Before you even think about skipping this, listen carefully because what I'm about to share in the next few seconds can completely change how a woman sees you. Most men will never hear this truth. Most men go through their lives talking to women in ways that kill attraction without even knowing it. But you're here, and if you stay with me till the end, I'll give you something you can actually use tonight. Something she will think about long after the conversation ends. So take a breath, stay focused, and if you haven't yet, like this video and subscribe so you don't miss what comes next. Here's a secret from a woman who studies human behavior. Women don't fantasize when a man tries too hard. They fantasize when he hits the right points of psychological curiosity. Compliments are strong, yes, but only when they touch the emotional part of her that she keeps private. Most men compliment women in ways that are predictable or shallow. You look beautiful, nice hair, pretty eyes. These words do nothing. Every man says them. They carry no spark, no memory. But when a compliment feels personal, unexpected, and real, something happens in her mind. She doesn't just hear it, she feels it. It stays in her thoughts. It becomes a loop that she thinks about when she's alone. Men underestimate how deeply women process words. A woman's emotional brain lights up when a man notices something she thought no one saw. The world tells men women are complicated, but really, women are just emotionally aware in ways most men don't notice. When you compliment her in the language of emotion, not just appearance, you trigger a reaction she can't ignore. There are 3 compliments that do this perfectly. Once you know them, you'll never go back to generic praise that makes you forgettable. These aren't cheesy lines or tricks. They're simple truths, expressed in a way that touches the part of her she protects most. When used right, she will think about you, replay your words, and imagine more. Before the first compliment, you need to know why it works. If you just repeat words without meaning, it loses power. Women respond to the feeling behind what you say, not the words alone. The first compliment is simple but powerful. I love the way your mind works. When you say this, everything inside her pauses. Her thoughts, her breath, her guard. You're not praising looks or things she already hears. You're appreciating something she values about herself, something she can't fake. Women want emotional recognition, not physical validation. When you mention her mind, you speak to her identity, not her appearance. Most men say, "You're smart." That's flat. But when you admire her thinking, creativity, logic, or intuition, it feels intimate. It feels like connection. Women fantasize about being seen, not inspected. Here's the second compliment. Every woman carries a private world inside her. Thoughts she never shares, fears hidden behind humor, dreams she doubts others will take seriously. When you touch that space with the right words, her mind opens. Say, "There's something about your energy that stays with me." To a man, it might sound poetic. To a woman, it feels like emotional gravity. She wonders what exactly you mean. What part of her made an impact? This sparks imagination. She starts replaying moments, remembering small details she shared, thinking about how she affected you. She fantasizes about being unforgettable without effort. This compliment is simple, but leaves a lingering question she will return to again and again. The third compliment draws her into emotional fascination. Not obsession, not neediness, fascination. Say, "I feel calmer when I talk to you." Women may enjoy being called beautiful or interesting, but when you tell her she brings you calm, you show she has an emotional effect she may not even know. Women bond through emotional presence. When you say this, it tells her she is not just exciting, she is soothing. She is someone you return to. The more emotionally aware she is, the more she feels this compliment. Calm is rare, and by showing her that presence matters, she feels emotionally connected. She imagines being close to you, truly close, emotionally and mentally. And that is where the fantasy begins. Now that you know the 3 compliments, understand why they work on a deeper level. This isn't about memorizing phrases. It's about speaking to parts of her she rarely shows. Women feel emotional attraction before physical attraction. Compliment her mind, energy, and emotional effect, and she notices you differently. Your words create an emotional loop in her mind, making her return to you again and again. Emotional influence comes from your presence, not performance. Speak slowly, calmly, and with real meaning. Look at her with quiet confidence. Women notice small signals. If you are grounded, she feels secure. If you are sincere, she feels seen. Without presence, even the best words fail. With it, simple words make her remember you long after the conversation ends. Women remember how you made them feel far more than what you said. Combine the right words with steady presence, and you become unforgettable. This isn't about clever lines. It's about being the kind of man whose attention, awareness, and emotional maturity make her feel seen. When your energy is steady, every compliment is twice as strong. Women want emotional certainty. They want a man who knows himself and is grounded. That's why these compliments work. They reveal you as someone who notices more than appearances, someone who feels without being overwhelmed, someone she wants to be around. Emotional attraction grows quietly through these moments. She begins to wonder what else you notice, what else you feel. This creates the pull that draws her toward you naturally. Use these compliments with intention, presence, and honesty. They connect. They don't manipulate. They make you the man she remembers, the one she compares others to, the one she thinks about when she's alone. Now you understand how powerful learning the language of a woman's emotions can be.